Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Shanti Harmony, your gentle space for heart-opening reflections. I am Harmony, your host, guiding you through today's podcast episode titled, What You Seek is Seeking You. How to align with your true purpose. Let me share a line from this song that has been dancing in my mind. Close your eyes and feel it near. All you need is already here. Pause and let that sink in. Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet forest at dawn. The mist curls softly around your feet, the trees hold secrets in their branches, and the first rays of light gently touch the earth. You close your eyes, not to escape, but to tune in, because deep within, you sense that what you have been searching for is already pulsing inside you. This is no ordinary hunt. We chase dreams, love, meaning, healing. But so often we look outward, like the fool who searches for his glasses, forgetting they sit atop his head. The longing in our hearts forms a pattern, a web of invisible threads. As we step through life's shadows and light, this pattern waits, shimmering just beyond our usual sight. Contemplation, unlike meditation, is not about emptying the mind or silencing thoughts. It is an active, loving practice of tuning in to the divine or to the idea we cherish, be it love, peace, gratitude, or truth. We softly chant or sing words like God, peace, or love, and allow the heart to gently listen. This opens the space where insights arise, where the answers we seek come floating up, not because we force them, but because we become receptive to them. In this episode, we will journey through the song's layers, exploring its verses and chorus, each holding a lantern up to a truth about life's unfolding. The song whispers to us that we do not need to grip or strain. What we desire is already seeking us, already pressing close like a fragrance on the air. Stay with me as we peel back each layer, not as dry analysis, but as living, breathing truths we can take into our days. Together, we will invite guest voices, each bringing their own story, their own lens on these lyrics. From the aching longings to the joy of claiming what is meant for us, from quiet persistence to the triumph of love breaking through, this is a conversation you will not want to miss. Shall we begin? The opening stirs a beautiful realization. All you need is already here. We chase, we grasp, we stretch for dreams, yet the verse reminds us the treasure is within arm's reach. It is an invitation to close our eyes, not to shut out the world, but to feel what is already present, pulsing in the fabric of now. Introducing our first guest. Please welcome Amir, a soulful thinker whose insights glow like a lantern in a dark room.
Hello, dear listeners. I am Amir, and I would like to title my talk, The Nearness of Dreams. There is a curious moment in life when we realize we have been running in circles, chasing what was always inside us. As a young man, I yearned deeply for acceptance. I wanted to be seen, to matter. I sought approval in awards, achievements, relationships. Yet even when I held those things in my hands, I felt a hollow echo. One night, overwhelmed by the weight of this chase, I sat quietly in my room. I did not try to silence my mind. Instead, I softly whispered, "Love," over and over, letting it rise and fall with my breath. This simple act, this contemplation, gently opened a window inside me. And what did I discover? That the love I had been chasing was already curled up in the quiet spaces of my being, waiting patiently for me to notice. The verse's line, "Close your eyes and feel it near, all you need is already here," speaks to this exact awakening. Our longings weave a pattern, but they are not external threads waiting to be gathered. They are already part of our essence. We are like the wave searching for the ocean, forgetting it is already ocean in motion. I remember walking by a lake not long after that night. The stillness of the water mirrored my own inner calm. A leaf drifted by, not hurried, not striving, simply floating. And I thought, this is how our desires meet us, not with force, but with presence. The more we open to stillness, the more we discover that fulfillment is not something to win or conquer. It is something to allow. Listeners, if you are chasing something today, a dream, a love, a purpose, pause for a moment. Not to give up, but to recognize that part of what you are seeking may already be seeking you, gently, persistently, waiting for you to notice.
Thank you, Amir, for that heartfelt story. I love how you showed that contemplation is about allowing the heart to listen, not forcing the mind to be silent. Now, let us welcome Sophia, who will reflect on another insight.
Hello everyone, I am Sophia and I would like to title my talk Every Moment Sacred. There is a line that resonates deeply with me. Every moment brings you closer to the truth that you've embraced. What a beautiful reminder that time is not against us. It is for us. Every breath, every heartbeat carries us toward the truths we have chosen. When I was younger, I feared I would never find my calling. I switched jobs, passions, even countries, trying to land in the right place. But every experience, every wrong turn, was quietly carving me into someone ready to embrace my truth. Looking back, I see now that no moment was wasted. One evening, I sat under the stars, softly singing the word peace in contemplation, feeling its vibration ripple through me. In that space, it became clear. Life is not a race to a destination. It is a series of sacred moments, each drawing us closer to ourselves. The line reminds me that whether we feel on track or off, every step matters. Every moment is a stitch in the fabric of our becoming. Even our pauses, our stumbles, are part of the dance. To anyone listening who feels lost or behind, hear me. Your moments are not wasted. Let them bring you closer, not to perfection, but to truth. Trust the slow unfolding. Let love and attention guide you, and you will find that what you seek has been walking beside you all along.
Thank you, Sophia, for such a rich reminder that time itself can be a sacred ally. You have painted beautifully how no experience is ever wasted. Now we turn to Marcus, who will share his reflection. Marcus, welcome to Shanti Harmony.
Hello, dear friends. I am Marcus, and I want to title my talk, Rising Beyond the Walls. One line that stirs my heart is, every step and every fall helped you break through every wall. How often do we think of our failures, our falls, as wasted? How often do we carry shame, forgetting that every stumble has helped shape the strength within us? Years ago, I faced a crushing failure in my career. I had poured all of myself into a project only to see it collapse overnight. I remember sitting in the rubble of my plans, feeling useless and defeated. But here's the mystery. Over time, that experience cracked something open in me. It forced me to face who I was when stripped of outer success. It opened space for me to learn resilience, for love to crack the sky and let me soar again. The line, "Love cracked the sky, to now soar," is a stunning image. Picture a heavy, overcast sky, thick with clouds. Then imagine a sudden break, where light floods through and you feel yourself lift. Lifted not by your own pushing, but by grace, by love. That is how I rose again, not by my own effort, but by opening to something greater. When we contemplate words like love or gratitude, we are not just repeating sounds. We are creating a channel, an opening, for divine love to lift us beyond the walls we thought were permanent. We become gold, we become diamond, not because we avoided the furnace, but because we passed through it and were purified. To everyone listening, honor your falls, your heartbreaks, your failures. They are not the end of your story. They are the cracks where love can enter and make you soar.
Thank you, Marcus. That was both humbling and uplifting. You reminded us that strength is not about never falling, but about letting love raise us beyond the rubble. Next, let us welcome Lena, who will share her own unique light that resonated in her. Lena, the floor is yours.
Hello, beautiful listeners. I am Lena, and I want to title my talk Choosing with Care. An aspect of the song asks a powerful question. What are you seeking day by day? It tells us that whether we draw good or bad, it will come, not because of luck, but because of the path we are walking, the intentions we carry. I once lived my days carelessly, filling time with distractions, wasting energy on small frustrations. One day, I sat in contemplation, softly chanting truth, letting the sound ripple in my heart. In that stillness, a realization dawned on me. I was not being intentional about what I sought. I let life happen to me rather than taking charge of what I was drawing in. The line, "Take charge now and seek with care," is a loving challenge. It invites us to stop drifting. We are co-creators in this life. We do not control all events, but we shape the path we walk by what we set our heart on. Imagine walking through a market, choosing the fruits you want. You can rush through, grabbing anything, or you can move slowly, choosing carefully, making sure what you take home nourishes you. Life is like that. We are drawing things to ourselves, knowingly or blindly. To seek with care means to choose what we want to live by: kindness, love, peace, and walk that path knowing it shapes our days. Dear friends, take a moment today to reflect. What am I truly seeking? And is my life aligned with that? Choose your path with care, and life will rise up to meet you.
Thank you, Lena, for that gentle yet firm nudge. It is so easy to drift, but you reminded us that mindful choosing shapes our destiny. Now let us welcome Elias, who will take us into the next insight. Elias, welcome.
Hello everyone, I am Elias, and I want to title my talk Claiming Your Name. One of the most touching lines is, "Everything is calling out your name, but you'll receive just what you claim." There is something profound here about ownership, about stepping up and claiming the life meant for you. I remember when I was younger, I often stood on the sidelines, watching others shine. I admired them, but did not dare step into my own light. One evening, sitting quietly, I chanted courage softly in contemplation, letting the word echo in me. In that space, I saw clearly that life was offering me opportunities, but I had to claim them. They would not fall into my lap. I had to open my arms, speak my name, and step forward. The line, "Your journey led you straight to me, guided through life's winding ways," is a reminder that even the detours, the winding roads, have led us here. But arriving is not enough. We must also see and claim what is waiting. Like a key resting in front of a locked door, it does no good unless we pick it up and use it. Listeners, do not stand at the edge of your own life. Step in, claim what calls you. Life has been whispering your name all along. It is time to answer.
Thank you, Elias. What a powerful call to action. We must not only hear life calling, but also stand up and answer. Finally, let us welcome Maya. Maya, please share your heart with us.
Hello, dear souls. I am Maya, and I want to title my talk Love's Perfect Rhyme. There is a tender line which states, "I am all yours and you are mine. Such is life, love's perfect rhyme." There is a sacred symmetry here, a harmony where giving and receiving, seeking and being found, meet in perfect balance. In my life, I have known the ache of longing for love, of wondering if I would ever find a place where I truly belonged. But love, real love, does not come only when we seek it in others. It comes when we open our heart, when we become love ourselves. In contemplation, when I softly sing love or peace, I am not asking for something outside of me. I am tuning into the vast river of love that flows through all life. And in that space, I feel the perfect rhyme, the unity between the seeker and the sought, between the longing and its fulfillment. Listeners, you are not separate from love. You are love seeking itself, finding itself, embracing itself. Let this song remind you that the journey is not about becoming worthy, but about awakening to what has always been true. You are already part of love's perfect rhyme.
Welcome back, beautiful listeners. We have heard such moving stories today, and now it is time to deepen the conversation with some reflective questions. I will ask each of our guests one question drawn from the points we have explored, and they will each take a moment to share their answers with us. Let us begin. This question is to Amir. Amir, how can we recognize that what we seek is already present?
Thank you, Harmony. That is such a gentle yet profound question. I believe we recognize the nearness of what we seek when we begin to slow down. Our modern life is filled with noise, deadlines, and endless striving, and it tricks us into thinking fulfillment lies always ahead. But when we pause, when we close our eyes and softly chant words like love or gratitude, we shift from chasing to noticing. Another clue is feeling inner resonance. Sometimes when we sit quietly and turn inward, a warmth, a quiet joy rises within us, often without reason. This is a sign that the treasure is already within, simply waiting for attention. Finally, trusting life's rhythm helps. Instead of demanding things arrive on our schedule, we learn to sense that life is already arranging the right pieces. Even in a barren season, small signs, a kind word, a sudden idea, a moment of beauty, remind us the pattern is unfolding. We just need open hearts to see it.
Thank you, Amir, for showing us that slowing down and noticing can transform the search into discovery. Now, on to our next guest. Sophia, what does it really mean to treat every moment as sacred, even the messy or painful ones?
Such an important question, Harmony. To treat every moment as sacred means honoring life as it is, not just as we wish it to be. Even the messy, painful moments hold wisdom, teaching us resilience, compassion, and humility. We do not need to love the pain, but we can recognize that it is part of the larger tapestry shaping us. It also means being present. When we stay fully in a moment, whether joyful or difficult, we allow it to touch us deeply. Rushing past it or numbing it robs us of its richness. Sacredness comes from presence, not perfection. Lastly, it involves trusting the slow work of becoming. Sacred moments are not always dazzling or magical. Often they are small, ordinary threads weaving our life. When we see these as meaningful, we step into a partnership with life itself, knowing we are always moving closer to our truth.
Beautiful, Sophia. You remind us that presence transforms even ordinary moments into sacred ones. Let us hear now from Marcus. Marcus, how can people shift their perspective and see failures or setbacks as part of love's breakthrough?
Thank you, Harmony. That touches a deep place for me. First, I believe it starts with reframing our narrative. Instead of seeing failure as proof of weakness, we can view it as part of the growth process. It is not the fall, but what rises through the cracks that shapes who we become. Second, we need compassion toward ourselves. Often the harshest voice after a setback is the one inside our own head. But when we approach ourselves with love and understanding, we create space for healing, learning, and new beginnings. Finally, we practice opening to grace. In contemplation, when we softly chant words like peace or truth, we invite in a presence greater than our own effort. This grace can lift us beyond the rubble, helping us see setbacks not as dead ends, but as detours leading to something even better.
Thank you, Marcus, for helping us see love even in the rubble. Now, Lena, let us turn to you. What does it look like in real life to seek with care and choose a mindful path?
Thank you, Harmony. This is close to my heart. To seek with care means living intentionally. It is asking, what am I focusing on today? And making sure it aligns with the life we want to create. It is easy to be swept away by distractions, but mindful seeking means pausing to choose where we place our energy. It also means practicing discernment. Not every opportunity or relationship is meant for us. Being careful about what we allow into our lives, what media we consume, what habits we cultivate, shapes the overall path we walk. Finally, it involves committing to values. When we seek with care, we align with love, kindness, truth. Even when tempted to stray, we gently bring ourselves back. This daily practice, done with love, shapes a life of deep meaning and beauty.
Thank you, Lena. You remind us that mindful seeking is a daily practice, not a one-time choice. Let us hear now from Elias. Elias, how can we truly claim what life is offering us instead of standing on the sidelines?
Wonderful question, Harmony. To claim what life offers, we first need the courage to step forward. It is one thing to wish and dream, but another to take action. We must dare to apply, to ask, to engage, knowing we might stumble but trusting the process. Second, we need the self-belief. Many stand on the sidelines because they feel unworthy or unready. But when we remember that life is already calling our name, we realize we are meant to participate. Contemplation helps strengthen this, reminding us of our connection to something larger. Lastly, we must stay open and adaptable. What we claim might not look exactly as we imagined, but if we remain open-hearted, we can embrace the gifts life brings, knowing they are part of the unfolding dance.
Welcome back, dear listeners. Now we ask, how can we bring these beautiful principles into our everyday lives? I will invite 4 of our guests, Amir, Sophia, Lena, and Maya, to offer practical tips on how we can live out the truths we explored today. Let us dive in.
Wonderful question, Harmony. To claim what life offers, we first need courage to step forward. It is one thing to wish and dream, but another to take action. We must dare to apply, to ask, to engage, knowing we might stumble but trusting the process. Second, we need self-belief. Many stand on the sidelines because they feel unworthy or unready. But when we remember that life is already calling our name, we realize we are meant to participate. Contemplation helps strengthen this, reminding us of our connection to something larger. Lastly, we must stay open and adaptable. What we claim might not look exactly as we imagine, but if we remain open-hearted, we can embrace the gifts life brings, knowing they are part of the unfolding dance.
Thank you, Harmony. I'm Sophia. Here's what has worked for me. First, keep a sacred moments journal. At the end of each day, jot down 3 moments that felt meaningful, no matter how small. This practice trains the heart to recognize the sacred in the everyday, showing us that each moment brings us closer to truth. Second, pause during tough times. When life feels messy or painful, take a deep breath and say softly, "This moment is part of my becoming." This simple act can shift your perspective from frustration to patience, letting you ride the wave instead of fighting it. Third, celebrate small progress. Instead of waiting for big milestones, notice each little step forward as sacred. Whether it is a small act of kindness or a quiet personal win, honoring these keeps your spirit aligned with the journey.
Thank you, Harmony. This is Lena speaking. Here are my tips. First, set clear intentions each morning. Before diving into the day, ask yourself, what am I truly seeking today? Write it down or say it aloud. This anchors your energy and helps you walk mindfully through your choices. Second, create gentle boundaries. Being intentional means sometimes saying no. Protect your time and energy by surrounding yourself with people, activities, and media that align with your path. This is an act of care, not isolation. Third, review your path regularly. Once a week, reflect. Are my daily choices reflecting what I seek? If not, make small adjustments. This is not about harsh judgment, but gentle realignment, like steering a boat back on course.
Thank you, Harmony. Hello, I am Maya. Here are 3 things that help me live the principle of love's perfect rhyme. First, become love in action. Do not just wait to be loved or accepted. Be the one who offers kindness, patience, or support. By embodying what you seek, you draw it naturally into your life. Second, practice gratitude often. Throughout the day, whisper thank you for the seen and unseen blessings. Gratitude tunes your heart to the rhythm of life's harmony, helping you feel part of love's unfolding dance. Third, nurture your connection to the divine. Whether through contemplation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly, make space each day to reconnect with the source of love that flows through all things. This keeps you anchored in the truth that you are not separate, but part of love's perfect rhyme.
Thank you, Amir, Sophia, Lena, and Maya, for these beautiful, practical ways we can live out today's message. Dear listeners, we have reached the final stretch of today's Shanti Harmony episode titled, What You Seek is Seeking You. How to Align with Your True Purpose. We have traveled together through longing and discovery, through the quiet power of contemplation, and through the wisdom of life's unfolding journey. We have heard that what you seek, the love, the purpose, the healing, is not some distant treasure. It is already near, waiting for your attention, waiting for your open heart. Let me remind you of these tender lines from the song, I am all yours and you are mine. Such is life, love's perfect rhyme. What a breathtaking image. Life at its essence is a dance of seeking and being sought, of longing and fulfillment, of question and answer. When we slow down, tune in, and softly chant words like God, love, peace, or gratitude, we step into that dance, not as beggars, but as radiant souls wearing bodies, fully part of the divine flow. Contemplation, as we have discussed, is not meditation's quiet void. It is an active, loving gaze toward the divine or the quality you want to deepen, inviting answers not by force but by opening the heart to receive. It is as if life itself leans in closer the moment you turn your face toward it with love. So here is my invitation to you, dear listener. Take this song. Let it wash over you. Let it sink into the soft folds of your heart. Let it remind you that you are not separate, not alone, not forgotten. What you desire, what your soul calls for, is already whispering back, waiting for you to notice, to claim, to become. I encourage you to listen to the full version of What You Seek is Seeking You. Really let it wrap you in its message, and when you listen, think of someone who might need to hear it too. Share the link, pass it along, be part of spreading this ripple of love and hope into the world. The full link to the song is in the description below. Send it to anyone you know who might need encouragement today. One thing worthy of mention is that these songs by Shanti Harmony are not just melodies. They are discovered techniques, uncovered by everyday people like you and me. Each song carries living principles that truly work when put into practice. By sharing these tips as music, we craft reminders we can sing often, helping us hold these truths close to heart and carry them into daily life. Thank you for being here with us. Until next time, keep your heart open, your steps gentle, and remember, what you seek is already seeking you.